Hello everybody, my name is Mario5514 and welcome back to another Splatoon talk video. In this video, we're going to be ranking every single weapon from Splatoon 1 from S to F. I think I've done a weapon ranking in the past, but it was on pencil and paper. This time we're doing it online. What you see is every single weapon from the Splattershot Jr. to the Neo Sloshing Machine. And we're going to be ranking them from S being the best and F being the worst. And without a further ado, let's get started. Alright, Splattershot Jr. This is the basic this is the starter weapon you start off with. It's a basic. You get Splat Bombs and Bubbler. And I mean, it's not bad, considering the fact it doesn't have as good range. It's still a weapon for starters. I'm going to give this a C. Custom Splattershot Jr. This is you get Disruptor and Echolocator with the custom model, but you do have to obtain, the only way to get it is to obtain a blueprint from Octo Valley, I think from defeating the mighty Octo Stomp, so you do have to go into Octo Valley to get the blueprint. Considering the fact it has a different weapon kit, basically has the same stats as the Splattershot Jr., it's a C. Alright, regular Splattershot. This is where we're going to start getting into the better weapons of choosing. With Burst Bomb and Bomb Rush, it is a weapon that is regarded as power. But, I mean, with Bomb Rush, I mean, you're basically just using your sub-weapon as many times as you want without wasting any of your ink in your ink tank. But it's still, the weapon design is better than what we see in Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 3. I'm going to give this a B. Tenatech Splattershot. Suction Bombs and Inkzooka make this kit and make this weapon powerful. More powerful than the regular model. And even though it has 220 points, as in that's how many points you need to use your special, you may only be using it once. I don't know if you're going to be using it twice. You may be able to use it twice if you have special charge up equipped. But I mean, it's still a good weapon. I would use it myself. I'm going to give this an A. One of the best ones. Wasabi Splattershot. One of the third weapon kits, as well as one of Sheldon's picks. Splat Bombs and Ink Strike make this weapon too hot to handle for some people. But yeah, it is very favorable among the original Splatoon players of its time. I'm going to give this an S. I would use this a lot. This would be my main weapon next to the Tenatech Splattershot and the NZAP 89, which we'll get to later. Anyway, the Hero Shot. Agent 3's Hero Shot is the best weapon design. It's the best design for a hero-related weapon, as it looks like it's from the future, as in comparison to the other hero weapons we use. I think just in style alone, I'm gonna give it an S, even though you just have the same weapon kit as the regular Splattershot. Alright, Octo Shot. The Octo Shot, you basically have the same kit as the Tenatech Splattershot, but I mean, it's still not bad. I'm gonna give it an A. Still good. NZAP 85. Splat Bombs and Echolocator make this weapon a locating offensive weapon, meaning that no one can hide from you with the Echolocator. Splat Bombs is one of the best sub-weapons you can use. I would use it myself a bit. I'm gonna give it a B. NZAP 89. Let's talk about the weapon kit for this weapon in Splatoon 1. You get Sprinkler and Ink Strike. The only Sprinkler just kills the weapon set badly, but I mean Ink Strike is what makes it the best. As in Ink Strike and Inkzooka are one of the best specials of the game, and it is still a high rank in my book. I'm gonna give it an S. It's just special is just powerful than everything. NZAP 83. You get Point Sensor and Kraken with this weapon. This is another of Sheldon's picks. I would use it myself, but I just wouldn't use it as much. I'm gonna give it an A. It's not bad. .52 Gal. Splash Wall and Killer Whale. This is something that everyone wants Nintendo to return, is the original Killer Whale. We're gonna put this weapon in A. .52 gal deco. Not much going on here. Same stats as the regular model. I'm gonna give it a B. The 96 gal or .96 gal, you get sprinkler and echolocator. I mean, it's not bad, but the only thing that kills it is the firing rate. The firing rate is just very slow. So I'm gonna give it a C. I wouldn't use it as much. It's just slow in comparison. .96 gal deco. This has, I think it has Kraken, Splash Wall and Kraken. We kind of see a similar trend with the .96 gal deco in Splatoon 3 with Splash Wall and Kraken Royale. It's just Splatoon 2's variant has Splash Wall and Splashdown, because Kraken doesn't exist in Splatoon 2, hence the regulation that's in play. But I'm gonna give it a B. Slightly better than the regular model. Aerospray MG. This is another weapon you can obtain from getting the blueprints in Octo Valley, from defeating the dreaded Octo Nozzle. Considering the fact you get Seeker and Inkzuka, it really just puts this weapon up front, but this weapon, like the Sploosh-matic, this weapon is more of a weapon that works best in close quarter combat, but I'm just gonna give it a C. Alright, next up we have is the Aerospray RG, giving you Ink Mine and Ink Strike. I mean, this is basically the same thing, but with a different weapon kit with the regular Aerospray. I'm gonna give this one a B. It could be improved upon, though. Alright, next up, Aerospray PG, Burst Bomb and Kraken. This is very powerful. I'm gonna give it an A. It's better than the other two. Splattershot Pro, Splat Bombs and Ink Strike. Same thing that we see with the Wasabi Splattershot up here, but it has long range but has a slow firing rate. But I'm gonna give this a B. Forge Splattershot Pro. What do I even say for this? Oh, I know. C. Berry Splattershot Pro, another one of Sheldon's picks. Suction Bomb and Bomb Rush is what makes it it's what makes it stand out in the open, but I'm just gonna give it a B. Jet Squelcher, Splash Wall and Ink Strike make this weapon a bit unstoppable with this kit, but in terms of what I've seen with weapon kits, I've seen better, but I'm gonna give it a B. Custom Jet Squelcher, Burst Bomb and Kraken, what we see with the Aerospray PG. I'm gonna give it a B as well. Dual Squelcher, Splat Bomb and Echolocator, what we basically see with the NZAP 85. Just because this weapon is cool, and we wish that we wanted this weapon to return, I'm not going to give it a B. I'm going to give it an A. Yeah, almost an S. I'm going to do the same thing with the Dual Squelcher, the custom model. I'm going to give that an A as well. Alright, Sploosh-matic. With this weapon, it's only good for close quarter combat. Would I recommend this for anyone? If you like getting up in people's faces, it's definitely for you. I think you do get Killer Whale with this. I'm gonna give this a B. Neo Sploosh-matic gives you, I think, Squid Beacon and Kraken, but I'm still gonna give it a C, considering the fact it's only good in close quarter combat. Sploosh-matic 7. This weapon in Splatoon 1 has the best kit of all time. Splat Bomb and Inkzuka. There's something you don't see every day. And let me tell you, this is a close quarter combat weapon with the best kit of all time. I'm actually going to give the Sploosh-matic 7 an A. Best one out of the other two. Alright, Splash-matic. You have some of the best accuracy than the Sploosh-matic or any of the other weapons I can think of. I'm going to give the regular model a C, and I'm going to give the Neo model a B. So Neo model gets a B, and the regular gets a C. Alright, Blaster. Alright, let me tell you this. In Splatoon 1 and 2, Nintendo gave the blasters They just made them like shooter class weapons. It wasn't until Splatoon 3, I think, that they were made into their own class. But you know what? I'm gonna give Blaster a B. Custom Blaster, giving you Bubbler. I'm gonna give this one an A, slightly better. Range Blaster, you have a slower firing rate than the regular blaster. You still do damage. Give this a B. Custom Range Blaster, not much there. C. Alright, Grim Range Blaster. I think it gives you Burst Bomb and I think Ink Strike. Yeah, Burst Bomb and Ink Strike you get with the Grim Range Blaster. I'm going to give it an A, actually. Best one. Luna Blaster. I've seen better with blasters. D. Same thing with the Neo model. D. Alright, Rapid Blaster. Giving you Ink Mine and Bubbler. This is actually a good setup for people who want to go offense, as well as bring people out in the open. I'm going to give this one, give it an average C. Rapid Blaster Deco. Not much to see with this. D. Rapid Blaster. D. Same thing with the Deco model. D. Alright, then it starts going downhill. L3 Nozzle Nose. This is one of the worst weapons in the series. This should never exist. And for that, I'm going to give this an F. L3 Nozzle Nose D. F. H3. F. The H3 Nozzle Nose D. F. Cherry H3 Nozzle Nose. I think this could be improved upon, or it could just not exist at all. But since it's a Sheldon's pick, I'm going to be a little lenient with it and give it an E. Alright. What you see is all of the shooters as well as the blasters. Now we're going to go up against with the rollers. Splat Roller. At level 3, this weapon is one of the weapons you unlock for your first time, giving you Suction Bomb and Killer Whale. This is actually not bad of a setup. I'm going to give it a B. The Crack-On Splat Roller giving you Squid Beacon and Kraken. C. It's just, the only way it could be higher than a C is if it had a different sub-weapon than just Squid Beacon. Alright, Koro Splat Roller. This is another of Sheldon's picks, but it was also a kind of a promotional weapon for the Splatoon manga. So for this reason, I'm going to give Koro Splat Roller my official rating. It's not a B. I'm going to give it an A. One of the better rollers of the game. Alright, Hero Roller. Basically the same thing as the regular roller. I'm going to give it a B. Carbon Roller. C. Carbon Roller Deco. Seeker and Bomb Rush of Seekers. C. It's a C. Alright, Dynamo Roller. This is one of the slower rollers of the series. If we look in Splatoon 1's rollers, it goes from the flicking rate, it goes from Carbon Roller being the fastest and Dynamo being the slowest because of all the added weight from the motor. This is another weapon that you have to obtain by getting the blueprints from Octo Valley by going up against DJ Octavio. I think the same thing goes with like the regular blasters. I think you have to, unless I'm getting confused here. I think it's only with the, well, you'll see later on. I think regular Dynamo Roller, I'm gonna give this a D. The Gold Dynamo Roller, I'm gonna give it a C. And then the Tempered model, Seeker and Killer Whale, D. I've seen better weapon kits in Splatoon 1 than this. Alright, let's go to the brushes. Ink Brush, one of the most annoying weapons of the game. D. The Ink Brush Novo. Considering the fact I think this weapon gives you Ink Zuka, I'm going to put this one in C. Alright, Permanent Ink Brush. D. Even though it's a Sheldon's pick, I've seen better with other weapons. Octobrush. We're going to give this weapon... No, I think Inkbrush Novo doesn't give you Inkzuka. I think that's more of the Octobrush Novo. So I'm going to give the Inkbrush Novo a D. Octobrush, regular, D. And then the Octobrush Novo, I'm going to give this a C. Alright, Chargers. Chargers are the worst weapons in the game. Why? Because they're for cowards. They're basically for people who don't want to get their hands dirty, and they do not work very well in close quarter combat. But we're going to blow through these like there's nothing. Splat Charger, Splat Bomb, and Bomb Rush. Level 3 weapon, D. Kelp Splat Charger, E. Same goes with the Bento Splat Charger. Hero Charger, because of the model and because of the style, I'm going to give this one a C. Alright, the Splatter Scopes. They're basically the same thing as the others, but without the scope. D. And then the other two I'm going to put in E. Alright, Bamboozler. They suck. F. MK2. F. MK3. F. Okay, Classic Squiffer. I think the Squiffers could be improved upon, even though they have shorter range, but they have a faster charge rate, meaning that you can charge them faster than a regular Splat Charger and a faster than an E-liter. I'm going to give the regular Classic Squiffer a D. I'm going to give the I'm going to give the new Squiffer, I'm going to give this one a C, but it could be improved upon, even though it's still a Charger, because you get Inkzuka with this. And then the fresh one, D. Alright, let's go into the E-liters. E-liters are more powerful than a Charger, as in they're regular Chargers and Squiffers. They have longer range and do more damage than what you'd expect. It's just they have longer range. Regular E-liter, E. The one with the scope, E. Custom regular, E. The one with the scope, yeah, we're going D. Alright, let's go to the Splatlings. Heavy Splatling. Not much. I mean, with the Heavy Splatling, it's more of a support weapon. Same with a Charger, as a lot of people are going to say. But Splatlings, I think, are the only support weapons that I would ever use. So for regular Splatling, I'm going to give it a C. For the Deco model, I think I'm going to give it a D. And then for the Heavy Splatling Remix, I'm going to give this one a C. Because I think Point Sensor and Killer Whale really just make it like you could target them or mark their location, and then you could just go at them with the Killer Whale. Hydra Splatling, the slowest Splatling in the world. It's like you're going in slow motion. They're pretty bad. They're very bad. E. Same goes with the custom model. E. Alright, Mini Splatlings. These guys go pretty they charge pretty fast, and even though they don't do as much damage, they're very supportive weapons with a regular Charger. I think I'm going to give the regular Mini Splatling a C. I'm going to give the Zinc model a D. And then the refurbished model, I'm also going to give it a C. Alright, finally, the Sloshers. I think regular Slosher, Burst Bomb, and Ink Strike, that could be something I could use, but I'm not the person who would be using Sloshers very often, but I'm still going to give it a C. The Deco, D. Soda Slosher, Splat Bomb, and Inkzuka, still one of the best weapon kits. I'm going to give this one a C. Tri-Slosher. This has become one of the most hated weapons in the Splatoon series. Some people said it's it's a weapon for brainless people, and I could stand by them as they're not very good weapons in terms of fighting. It's just for people who just want to go at it with their hands, you know. D. Same with the Novo. Alright, sloshing machines. I think we can give both sloshing machine. I'm going to give the regular model a D. And I'm going to give the Neo model an E. And that's it. What you see is the official weapons rating from S to F of all Splatoon 1 weapons. Thank you all for watching. If you guys like the video, be sure you subscribe and don't forget to leave a like on the video. If you guys want to see more rankings like this, just send a comment below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. And until then, stay fresh.